Oh, hey. So I wanted to apologize for being absent for a couple days. Quitting my job and being out of work took a little bit more of a toll on me than I thought it would. And today was the day that I was supposed to be done, but we all know that I didn't make it that long. And I'm sure you can tell by this giant cyst on my forehead that I've been super stressed out. But I decided to do this video without makeup with this big cyst on my head because I want you to understand my metaphor here, because this cyst to me means something. This is a very painful, ugly, annoying, bothersome thing on my head. Every time I move my eyebrow, I feel it. I look in the mirror and I'm like, ew, no makeup will cover this up, okay? Well, yesterday I had a complete mental shutdown. And I don't mean a breakdown. I don't mean a bad day. I mean a shutdown. I wanted to get committed yesterday. Yesterday I was very suicidal thinking. Yesterday was just very bad. So to me, the cyst isn't a representation of my borderline, okay? When I have my days like that, when I have moments like that, my frenzies, my episodes, my borderline feels like this cyst. It feels like it's not a permanent part of me. It's not who I really am, but for a moment, it's attached to me. And it appears, and when it appears, sometimes they can be kind of bad. Or sometimes they can be really bad and ugly. And it alters the way you feel about yourself. It alters the way that people look at you. When they see you, they see something else. It's annoying. It's just a sore thumb. That's what my borderline feels like to me. A cyst. And unfortunately, cysts, compared to pimples, you can squeeze them as much as you want, but nothing happens except they get bigger, redder, more painful, and more irritating. And you can ice them, and the swelling can go down a little bit, but sometimes these things are just out of control. So yesterday was out of control. I woke up realizing that Tuesday wasn't just a day off, because Wednesday is a day off, as well as every day after that, because I quit my job. And I'm unemployed. And I feel kind of bad about that. I miss my friends. I don't have any quick cash coming in. Then I realized that my parents are gone because my mom got oral surgery yesterday. And then my boyfriend sends me a text and says that he's going to get Wendy's with his best friend. And I know you're like, exactly, you can laugh. It's funny. I'm looking back I was not happy. In that moment, everybody in the world left me. The only people I care about, the people I care about the most, just ditched. I don't have anything to do with my life because I quit my job. And of course, I'm thinking, Stephanie, there are so many things you need to do right now. You need to go get a spare key made because in my quitting job frenzy on Monday, I lost my car keys. So I need to go get a spare key made. You could crochet, you could blog, you could drink some water, you could go swimming, you could do anything right now. But no, I'm upset, so all I can do is sit there and think about all the terrible things that could possibly ever come to my mind, right? So it got worse. And I'm sure you understand, downward spirals is what I call it. It starts with one thing. Usually something I can't even think about until it's the day after and I am clear-minded. This frenzy started with Wendy's, okay? So I ended up getting in a fight with my parents. We're speeding up the day, okay? I ended up getting in a fight with my parents because I felt like they didn't understand me. And when I get backed in what I consider to be backed into a corner and I feel attacked, I turn into a raccoon. I don't want you near me. I don't want you to talk to me. I don't want you to touch me. I don't want anything to do with you because I'm going to shut down. And the only thing that's going to come out of my mouth is something smart, something mean, something rude, something stupid. Like, you just need to leave me alone, okay? So I get in my car and I go for a drive because now I'm like super mad, super upset. And I'm calling my boyfriend, like crying, like almost yelling that I need to be committed. I need to go to the hospital. I'm like having these suicidal thoughts. Like, it's getting bad. Like, I commend my boyfriend for not thinking I'm a nutcase. He's a good one. So I'm on my way to Walmart. I get into the Walmart parking lot and I like shut down. I'm crying, sobbing. He's trying to get me to calm down. He tells me this, and I'm going to remember this, okay? He tells me that I need to calm down. And I'm not calming down. I'm like, I want to go to Columbus. I want to get out of here. I want my whole life back. I want to go to a hospital. I want to do anything except go back to my house, right? So I just want to run away from my problems is what I was basically trying to say without saying it. And he's telling me to calm down. Running away from your issues isn't going to fix them. And he says to me, having unresolved issues, wherever, at home, with me, whatever, isn't going to make anything better. It's going to make everything worse. And I thought about this. So I wanted to go to Columbus. I wanted my old life back. I thought that I could just walk right back into my old life and start living and be happy, right? Okay, so I'd do that for a couple of days, and then I'd get old because I'd miss him, and I'd miss my parents, and whatever. So I'd come back. My parents probably wouldn't still be mad at me, like we still probably wouldn't be fighting. But the same thing would just happen again because we never resolved it. I knew it was right. I did end up going home. I did end up talking to my parents. Got it out. I told them that they needed to, like, understand, you know, that sometimes the cyst gets very enraged, okay? And squeezing it and, you know, poking at it, and it doesn't do anything except make you want to blow up. You know, when they apologized, I apologized. You need to understand, the cyst isn't your fault, okay? I didn't ask for this. I didn't, like, buy it on eBay and stick it to my face, okay? The cyst isn't your fault, but how you handle the cyst is your fault. It's in your control. And I understand it is so hard because I, like, want to squeeze this and, like, make it go away. But I have to stop and say, if you squeeze it, it's not going to do anything. And I explained this to them. And you need to get this too, because I'm sure you understand how I feel. When you get like this, you need to walk away. And I don't mean run away. Don't go to Columbus. Don't go to a mental hospital, okay? Go to your room. Shut the door. Call who you need to call. Talk yourself through it. Write it out. Make a blog. Email me. Call me. Hey, I'll talk to you. Then go back out. Then approach the issue because you're already upset. Whatever that one thing was in the beginning of your downward spiral that started at Wendy's, you spilled some milk, I don't know, whatever it is. Whatever that was, adding onto that, which you've been doing all day in your own head, adding anything in real life onto that is going to send you over the edge. Fighting with my parents sent me over the edge, okay? Don't aggravate your sis. Don't let people aggravate. Me getting into an argument with my parents, allowing myself to get into an argument with them, was just allowing somebody to mess with my sis. That's on me. I should have just walked away. Calm down. Me backed into a corner, the angry Stephanie, that Stephanie, the one who called my boyfriend freaking out, the borderline stuff, that's not what I want to be. I don't want this. I want me. I want to be like this. I want to be happy and healthy. We have a choice to either keep aggravating something we can't help. We cannot help that this happened. Your loved one cannot help that this happened, that they have a disorder, that they have a cyst. They can't help that. But you can help them, and you can help yourself by leaving it alone. You're gonna have bad days, but they don't have to reach the point where you go over the edge. And I'm not saying this as a hypocrite. I'm sure, I don't want to hope this. I don't want this to happen, but I'm sure there's gonna be another day where I have a mental shutdown, where I go over the edge, where I get upset about Wendy's or whatever. It happens. We have a choice to let things get super extreme, or just let a bad day be a bad day, not a super bad day. So, my small victory for today, because yesterday was something else, my small victory for today is not only being able to get on here and make a metaphor about my ugly cyst, but to be able to see my fault in the situation. Because it's easy to be like, I have a disorder. People need to get me. People need to get how I need to be treated. People need to understand my head. I have just as much responsibility to walk away from a situation when I know I'm having an episode. My episode started because of Wendy's. And I didn't know that in my own brain. I didn't know that. But I knew in that moment, in that day, in that frenzy, that I was not in a good state of mind. And what I should have done was gone to my room, taken a Klonopin, and gone to sleep. That's me. I don't know what you need to do to calm down. You need to drive out to the river and chill by the water. If you need to write it down, if you need to call your mom, I don't know what you need to do. But for me, I needed to go to sleep. Play my magic piano or something. We have a choice to either escalate the situation or to de-escalate. You have a choice to be aggressive with your cyst or to just leave it alone. Because the cyst looks ugly by itself. Your borderline sucks by itself. It doesn't need aggravated. Our episodes are ugly to begin with. They don't need aggravated. So my small victory today is realizing that's how I need to do it. That's what I need to keep in my mind when this happens. I'm sure it's not going to be easy. To be honest with you, I tried to pop the zit earlier. So whenever you're feeling like you're having an episode and you're feeling kind of crappy, you can just think of my cyst. You can think about it and watch this video. I might. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm so tired. But I hope that even though I wasn't yesterday, I was today. And I hope that you also were victorious.